Hello everyone, Soccer Bro is back with another video for you guys. As you can see, things are a little bit different in this video because, well, first of all, I got a stand so I can record with my phone better than how it was before, because I basically took my camera and then I would basically like lean it against something so you guys would like see me from like odd angles whenever I would record from home. But like, this is kind of better. I also do have a stand, so if I can be able to use my Nikon to record again, I would have that. So that stand is taller than this one, so that's why I'm like sitting on the steps as we're doing this video. So yeah, welcome back to another video. This is story time number 9, and I haven't done a story time in so long, but the only reason why I wanted to do this specific story time is because it's been, not just because it's been a long time since I've done one, but it's mostly because like it just popped in my head yesterday because of something that I was watching, and then I also watched it with my mom because we watch stuff like that together, and that's just one of the things that we have like in common, honestly. And before we get into that, yes, my hair is shorter. This is the first time you guys are seeing that because not all of you follow my Instagram or other social media platforms, so you guys haven't seen my new hair because in the last video I still had my long hair. So yeah, I got it cut, obviously, and this is a new headband I just got today because I just wanted my hair out of my face because my hair has just been like in my face a lot, so I had to keep like fixing it so this is here so I don't have to like keep playing with my hair, because my hair is shorter than I've ever had it short before, if that makes any sense. This is like the shortest my hair has ever been, because the last few times I got my hair cut, it would be like closer to like my shoulder length. And that's usually how much I would get my hair cut, but now I cut it shorter. I obviously love my hair like this, and I just needed something new because I couldn't survive with long hair anymore because of how hot it was this summer. Like, I had to chop it off. I couldn't handle it anymore. So now I'm gonna be like frozen in the winter and fall now because my hair is short now. But yeah, I like this. And then I also went to the movies with my friends yesterday as well, so that's just a kind of update of how things have been going recently. So yeah. Anyways, into the story time. So what brought me up to make the story time was, so I was watching the Lucy show, which has Lucille Ball in it, and Vivian Levance, who is Ethel in I Love Lucy. There's a lot of characters that were from I Love Lucy in the show, but there's also a lot of like different actors and actresses in it than the other show. And it's a pretty good show. I haven't seen like all of it, obviously, because it was like 11-hour video of the whole season of whichever one I was watching. But when the second episode came on, because I started watching it before my mom came home, and because I was kind of like bored and I just need something to watch. And this episode, Lucy was invited. Well, technically she kind of put herself into the group. So they were Vivian is either their sisters in the show or they're friends in the show. So like their kids call them Aunt Lucy or Aunt Vivian. And yeah, they have kids in the show. Like Lucy has like a daughter, and then Vivian has two sons in the show, and they weren't in this episode except for like Lucy's daughter. I didn't see her in the first episode that I basically watched, but the first episode has nothing to do with this one that I'm trying to reference. So Vivian is they were having like a quartet group, which is like a group of singers and performers, either male or female, or whoever identify as what for nowadays specifically, but back then it's obviously different because this was like in the 50s or 60s. And they were practicing. They lost one of their singers because she was moving, so they had to find another singer. And Lucy took the part in it, and she had to practice projecting because she was singing too softly. And all of that just reminded me of when I was in school, and I was in chorus. I also did drama club. I also was in dance class also, but I wasn't in dance class in like high school. Like it was like middle school to elementary school. I did dance class, and I actually missed that a lot because that was actually fun. But I also did, as I said, drama club, and then I was also in chorus. I was also in a cappella in middle school. I absolutely love music so much, so that's why I sang. And it just reminded me of like the exercises that we had to do because she had to literally practice. Like everyone practiced together, but she had to practice on her own because this was like the first time that she was performing while the other ones had more experience than she did. So it was just funny seeing her do some ridiculous warm-ups, and some of the warm-ups I did when I had to sing. And I also remember when I tried to audition for solos, I didn't get any, honestly. And it's not because I sung bad, but it was mostly because they just chose the popular kids. It was always like a popularity thing with like the teachers, and they always said, oh, we don't do that. They did that. And it took a lot for me to actually audition because I never basically sung by myself in front of anybody, no matter how many times people ask me to sing for them, and I'm not going to sing for you guys either because like I'm self-conscious, and plus I haven't sang in years for anyone. But I just always loved the fact that I always wanted like to perform and everything, and that explains why I'm on YouTube. So I always loved the stage. Anything that involved with like performing or being on stage, I took the chance and did it. I actually did finally get a chance to do a solo, but that was in my first play that I did ever in high school. The play was Rent. I don't know if they still have the videos up from that long ago, but I think LHS has the YouTube videos. So if you ever want to hear my voice, that's like your only chance probably to ever like hear me sing ever. Yeah, it took a lot for me to do that, especially projecting, and basically to like gain confidence to do that, especially. But I was also happy that I finally actually got my chance to do that. And plus, whenever we did practicing, I basically wouldn't sing because like I was too nervous to sing in front of them, because like I was bullied a lot in school all the way up until like I graduated, and I couldn't do it. But then again, when I was in front of like random ass people, like adults or anybody else, or like I couldn't stare at anyone in my school. I had to literally either stare at like the back wall, or I would stare up at like I forgot what it's called. Like there's like in the high school there was like a little compartment thing up there for like for some of the speakers and everything. I don't know I forgot what it's called, but I also got to be up there to watch some of the performances and stuff like that, even though I technically wasn't allowed to be up there. But my dad worked at the school, so we were able to watch stuff from up there. The custodians would go up there and watch performances from up there and everything. So, and also, like, the auditorium is straight up haunted, but that's a story for a different time. But yeah, it reminded me of how many times I was like trying to like perform and stuff like that. Like, that's why I love Lucy, or the Lucy Show, because sometimes I feel like I am Lucy, but I'm not like a comedian, even though I technically make people laugh all the time without even having to do anything. All I have to do is just open my mouth. But like, I just relate to the fact that like she wants to be a performer so bad, and it just reminds me of how much I tried to literally be on stage as much as a kid, because I had a dream of like performing in any way. I also did some talent shows, and I didn't sing, but I danced. I didn't sing, but I danced. And then I also loved doing acting, so that's why I was in the drama club. I auditioned for basically anything that I could, but I never really got like a main part. Like, I was always some like off person, or it'd be like multiple people, but I would be like the background characters, and I'd be doing that, which again, mostly the popular kids got the main parts. So like, that's why I didn't be in drama club all throughout high school, because like I just couldn't handle it, and not because I lost my love for acting. It's just because I just didn't get along with anyone in the club, and I had homework to do and stuff like that, and they wanted me to like do so much. And I was also in other clubs too. Like, I was in the pottery club. I also did a lot for like chorus at the time as well. And then I was also kind of starting YouTube as well, or like I was content creating and everything. So I was like doing a lot at one time, well, like studying and everything. So it was just hard to focus. And plus, again, like I didn't have my full heart in it, because like I didn't have that much to practice, because I was an off character. I wasn't a main character, but they treated it as if I was like one of the main people starring in the play, and I'm like, there's not much for me to do and stuff like that. But I did love performing for Rent, because that was like the only musical I actually liked that we did. I didn't really like the songs beforehand, but I do listen to some of the songs even now, because it's just nostalgic for like that specific thing, and that was like back in 9th grade. And it just reminds me of that, but it also reminds me of when I did dance and stuff like that. It just reminded me like a lot at once. And I know that this is like stories on everything, but like it all links back to like all specific events. Sorry, my nose is like straight up itchy. It's so itchy. But yeah, because it just reminded me of all of that, and it's just funny to like see her fail. But in the Lucy Show, she's actually using her actual singing voice, and not where she's like shrieking on purpose because of the comedy aspect. But they still treat her similarly to how she was in I Love Lucy, technically kind of trying to shoot her down to be in the performance, but it wasn't as bad because she did end up performing, because they let her like practice and at least let her try to get in, versus in I Love Lucy, where she was basically put down because they said that she couldn't sing or dance or act, when she technically did fine. But like, I just hated how Ricky Ortiz Arnaz basically treated her in that whole show. Like, I know like the time was different back then, but like that's like the thing that bothers me the most. Even though like I love the show, I can't watch it because of that, because it just makes me want to just slap him in the face. Because you can't say people can't do something just because they suck at the beginning. Like, you need training. Practice makes perfect. You have to like put work into it to be able to get better and everything. I tried so hard to do so much stuff in like high school, and I'm so surprised on how like far I could actually handle all of that. And then now I had trouble handling a lot of that during like my senior year. But I think that was mostly because of like COVID and everything. So like that was just hard. Probably like the worst year for me in high school was senior year. And Jesus, it was that bad. I'm doing a lot better since I'm not in school, honestly, because I have more time for myself and I don't have to deal with a lot of people who are like treating me horribly, except for when I'm at home. But I mean like in public, when it has to be like people who are supposed to be your peers are treating you horribly for no good reason. Being jealous of someone isn't a good reason to treat people badly, and you gotta treat people the way you want to be treated and everything. And if you see someone having a dream, it's better to encourage them instead of putting them down, because I hate when people did that to me, and I also had to watch people do it to other people, and it just really sucked. And it's just sad, the world that we live in today and everything. And I also did the baking club too, because I was helping out one of my favorite teachers that I've been helping out since I started high school. She was part of the other special ed that where the kids had to be in her class for a majority. She was like, it wasn't the same special ed that I was in, because we could be able to like be in the special ed classes for like 2 classes, like math and English, and then for like science and math we would be in with like regular kids, like normal kids, and then we would also have like support classes and blah 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 blah. But we wouldn't be with like our support teachers all the time, or special ed teachers all the time. We would like be with like regular kids and other teachers. But like for her, you'd have to be with her like the whole day. She's like teaching you all the academics and everything. She's super nice. She has a ton of patience, which I wish I had for my teachers. So horrible. So horrible. I'm only laughing because it's ironic, not because it's actually funny. But like, it just brought back memories from what I had to do for when I had to perform and everything. And now it just makes me want to be back on the stage again. Even though that's probably not gonna happen. Like, if there's like a drama group, I would probably go in for it, because I truly miss that. But this time I would be with like different people, so it would be like easier for me technically. But I would probably I do plan on going back to like dance school, and it wouldn't be like the dance school that I went to and my sister went to was not we didn't compete. It was just like we would have like the recital, but we would be in class. We were just being taught how to dance and just have fun with it. It wasn't like we had to compete like Dance Moms. That's what I'm trying to refer to. It was not like that. But I knew people in school who did dance class, but they were competing and stuff like that, which I don't think I would have enjoyed that much. I mean, I probably would, but I also wouldn't, because I did the FFA competitions, and this is also the time to bring that up. And if you're confused on what FFA is, it's Future Farmers of America. I absolutely love that. And I miss that as well, because I did so much for that, so that we could actually win and go to the nationals. We during my time we didn't end up going to nationals, but like I put so much work into that, because I think that it would have made my teachers happy and proud. It did, for like a split second, but then I was also known as the guinea pig girl because that's what I did for like the science project. It was like a guinea pig project. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're curious about my other platforms, they're listed down below. I know that this was like an all over story time, but that's technically what you get every time I do a story time. Obviously. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't know what the next one will be. I had trouble literally figuring out what I was going to do for today, and I didn't know if I was going to get... Excuse me. I didn't know if I was actually going to get a video up today anyways, because like I was supposed to go visit my sister today, but we didn't because it was like rainy, and it's not even raining right now. But yeah, so we got this done now, obviously. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys either relate to my experiences or learn from my experiences. Regardless of what age you are, sometimes you gotta learn life lessons regardless from like other people's experiences, because you might experience something similar, or you just went through like the same thing too, so it's just like, yeah. So yeah, I hope you all had a beautiful day or a beautiful evening, whatever time you're watching this at, basically. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Remember to stay classic, everybody, and remember to stay strong, my warriors. I totally forgot about that line. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.